On the afternoon of April 13, 1919, the walled garden of Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar became a scene of unimaginable horror. Thousands of men, women, and children had gathered, some to peacefully protest the repressive Rowlatt Act and the arrest of nationalist leaders, others simply to celebrate the Baisakhi festival. The garden, hemmed in by high walls and with only a single narrow exit, offered no escape. Without warning, Brigadier General Reginald Dyer marched in with his troops, blocked the exit, and ordered them to open fire on the unarmed crowd. The bullets rained down for 10 minutes, ceasing only when ammunition ran low. Bodies fell in heaps. The wounded cried for help, but none came. Official figures counted 379 dead and over 1,200 wounded, but eyewitnesses believed the toll was far higher. The British troops withdrew, leaving behind a field of carnage and grief. The massacre left a deep, unhealing wound on the Indian psyche and forever shattered the illusion of justice under British rule. The news of this atrocity reverberated across India and the world, but for one person, it struck a personal and moral chord. And this video is about that person who shook the foundations of British colonial empire and exposed its atrocities on a global stage. He is Chettur Shankar Nair. Chettur Shankar Nair was a prominent jurist and an Indian nationalist as well. Born in 1857 in Kerala, Nair rose to become the only Indian member of the Viceroy's Executive Council, the highest governing body in British India at that point of time. And he was also a former president of the Indian National Congress. He was appalled not just by the massacre, but the official attempts to justify and cover up what happened on that fateful day. In the actions of Dyer, he also saw the directions that were given to him by the then Lieutenant Governor General of Punjab, Michael O'Dwyer. And it was a deliberate policy of repression and utter contempt for Indian lives. Unlike many of who were confined to outrage to speeches, Nair went further. Nair publicly accused O'Dwyer of complicity in the massacre, holding him morally and administratively responsible. His boldness did not go unanswered. In 1922, Nair published a book, Gandhi and Anarchy, a book that criticized Gandhi's methods but also devoted a chapter to the Punjab atrocities, laying the blame squarely on Michael O'Dwyer. Enraged, O'Dwyer issued a defamation case against Nair in a London court, hoping to silence him and salvage his pride. The trial that followed was extraordinary. A lone Indian nationalist pitted against the mighty power of the colonial British Empire. For over 5 weeks, the King's Bench in London became a stage where the horrors of Jallianwala Bagh were revisited in excruciating details. The judge, Justice McCarthy, showed open bias in favor of O'Dwyer, and the all-English jury were hardly impartial. In the end, the verdict went 11-1 against Nair, with only the Marxist theorist Harold Lasky dissenting. Nair was ordered to pay £500 in damages and court costs. O'Dwyer offered to waive that penalty of Nair if Nair apologized. However, Nair straightforwardly refused, stating that he would rather pay than to bow to a man like O'Dwyer. Yet, in losing the case, Nair registered a victory which forced the world to acknowledge the atrocities and tyranny of the British colonial rule in India. For weeks, British and international media reported about those excruciating details that happened in Jallianwala Bagh and the massacre that ensued. The case also exposed the deep bias of British institutions and the lengths to which they would go to shield their own misdeeds. For Indians, the trial was a rallying point, a symbol of resistance and a reminder that their struggle for justice would not be silenced even in the courts of their oppressors. The legacy of that battle, legal battle, still endures. It intensified India's demands for self rule, inspired a generation of nationalists, and left a permanent scar on British conscience. Over a century later, the world still remembers Jallianwala Bagh, and the name of Chettur Shankar Nair stands as a testament to the power of truth, courage, and moral defiance in the face of overwhelming injustice. Recently, Akshay Kumar's movie Kesari Chapter 2, which releases today, is on this epic courtroom battle between Nair and Dwyer and portrays the courage and determination of a man against the British Empire. I would encourage you all to definitely watch this movie. So that was all from me today in this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.